Arthur, speak. Go back to bed.
Oh, we'll call the police.
Already called the police. We'll handle this. Go back to your rooms.
Elaine, where have you been?
To the North End Theater. And I should have known better. I'm still there.
It's your brother Jonathan. This is Dr. Einstein.
I know this isn't a nightmare, but what is it?
Come back home, Mortimer.
Now, who did you say this was?
It's your brother Jonathan. He had his face changed. Dr. Einstein performed the operation.
Jonathan. Oh, you always were a horror, but did you have to look like one?
Do you remember the things I used to do to you when we were boys, Mortimer? Tie the bedpost, the needles under your fingernails.
That is Jonathan. Yeah, I remember. I remember you as the most detestable, vicious, venomous form of animal life I ever knew.
Oh, no, you two don't start fighting the minute you see each other.
There won't be a fight, Aunt Abby. Jonathan, you're not wanted here. Now get out.
Dr. Einstein and I have invited to stay.
Not in this house.
Well, for tonight.
No, I don't want him anywhere near me.
Oh, but we always promised that they could stay, and it wouldn't be very nice of us to go back on our word.
All right. Tonight. But in the morning, out! Where are they sleeping?
In Jonathan's old room.
That's my old room. I'll sleep there. I'm here to stay.
Oh, Mortimer, I'm so glad.
It's all right, Jim. We sleep down here.
Yeah, you bet your life you sleep down here.
You sleep on the sofa, and I sleep on the window seat.
Yes, the, window seat. Jonathan, it really isn't necessary for us to argue. Window seat's good enough for me for one night. I'll sleep here.
You know, Jim, all this argument, it makes me think of Mr. Spinozzo.
Spinozzo. Mortimer, really is it necessary for me to inconvenience you like this? We'll sleep down here.
Jonathan, your sudden consideration for me is very unconvincing.
Come on, Jim. We gotta think through the room, eh?
Don't bother, Doctor.
You know, Doctor, we've lost track of Mrs. Spinozzo.
Well, now, who's this Mr. Spinozzo?
Just a friend of ours Johnny's been looking for.
Don't you bring anybody else in here.
It's all right, Johnny. While we pack, I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, well, Mortimer, you don't have to sleep down here. I can go in with Martha, and you can have my room.
That's not necessary, Aunt Abby. We'll be packed in a few minutes. Then you can have your room, Mortimer.
I told you you're wasting your time. I'm sleeping down here.
Mortimer!
Elaine, what's wrong?
I've almost been killed.
You've almost been killed. Oh, Abby! Martha!
He mistook her for a sneak thief. No, it was more than that. He's some kind of maniac. Oh, Mortimer, I'm afraid of him.
Oh, well, darling, you're trembling. Oh, have you any smelling salts?
Oh, no. Do you think some hot tea or coffee would
Oh, coffee, and make some for me too, and some sandwiches. I haven't had anything to eat.
Oh, yes. We'll make something for both of you then.
Yeah.
Oh, now we can leave our hats down here.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hats. Well, were you going out somewhere? Don't you know what time it is? Well, it's almost 12. 12. Oh, Elaine, you've got to go home.
What? No, you wanted some sandwiches for the
Don't
both
you
of you.
remember? We wanted to celebrate your engagement. That's what we'll do. We'll make a nice supper for both of you. And we'll open a bottle of wine.
All right. No, why?
Mortimer, what is going on in this house?
What do you mean what's going on in this house?
Well, you were supposed to take me to dinner in the theater tonight. You called it off. You asked me to marry you. I said I would, and 5 minutes later, you threw me out of the house. Tonight, right after your brother tries to strangle me, you want to chase me home. Now listen, Mr. Brewster, before I go home, I want to know where I stand. Do you love me?
Oh, but darling, I love you very much. In fact, I love you so much I can't marry you.
Have you suddenly gone crazy?
No, I don't think so, but it's only a matter of time. See, darling, insanity runs in my family. Well, it practically gallops. That's why I can't marry you, dear.
Now, wait a minute. You've got to do better than that.
No, dear, there's a strange taint in the Brewster blood. If you really knew my family, well, it's what you'd expect if Steinberg had written Hell's a Poppin'.
Now, just because Teddy is a little...
Oh, no, I don't mean Teddy. Well, it goes way back to the first Brewster. You know the one who got off the Mayflower? Well, you know how in those days the Indians used to scalp the settlers? Well, he used to scalp the Indians.
Mortimer, that's ancient history.
And what about my grandfather? You know, he tried out his patent medicines on dead people to make sure he wouldn't kill them.
He wasn't so crazy. He made $1 million.
And then there's Jonathan. Why, you just said he was a maniac. Why, he tried to kill you.
But he's your brother, not you. I'm in love with you.
And then there's Teddy. Well, you know Teddy. Well, he thinks he's Roosevelt. No, dear, no Brewster should ever marry. I realize now, had I met my father in time, I would have stopped him.
Now, darling, all this doesn't prove you're crazy. Look at your aunts. They're Brewsters, aren't they? And the sanest, sweetest people I've ever known.
Well, darling, even they have their peculiarities.
Yes, but what lovely peculiarities. Kindness, generosity, human sympathy.
There's another one!
Oh, Mortimer, there are plenty of others. You can't tell me anything about your aunts.
I'm not going to. Now listen, Elaine, something's come up and I need you to run home, all right?
From where? We're here together, alone.
Oh, darling, I know I'm acting irrationally, but just put it down to the fact that I'm a mad Brewster, all right?
Look, if you think you're going to get out of this by pretending you're insane, you're crazy. Maybe you're not going to marry me, but I'm going to marry you. I love you, you dope.
Well, if you love me, will you get out of here?
At least walk me home, won't you? I'm afraid.
Afraid? Afraid of what? A little walk through the cemetery?
Mortimer, will you kiss me goodnight?
Yeah, of course, darling. Good night.
You critic!
Aunt Abby? Aunt Martha? Come in here.
Be in a minute, dear.
Come in here now.
Well, what's the matter? Where's Elaine?
You promised me you wouldn't let anybody in this house while I was gone.
Oh, well, Jonathan just walked in,
I don't mean Jonathan.
and Einstein was with him.
I don't mean Dr. Einstein either. Who's in there?
I told you, Mr. Hoskins.
It's not Mr. Hoskins.
Well, who can that be?
Are you seriously trying to tell me you've never seen this man before?
Oh, I certainly am. Well, why, this is a fine how do you do. It's getting so anybody thinks he can just walk into this house.
No, Aunt Abby, don't try to get out of this. Well, this is another one of your gentlemen.
Oh, and how can you say such a thing? This man is an imposter. And if he thinks he can just come in here and be buried in our cellar, he's mistaken.
Aunt Abby, you admitted to me you put Mr. Hoskins in the window seat.
Yes, I did.
Well, this man couldn't have just got the idea from Mr. Hoskins. Where is Mr. Hoskins anyhow?
Oh, well, he must have gone down to Panama.
Oh, so you buried him?
No, he's just down there waiting for the services. We haven't had time with Jonathan in the house. Oh dear, we always wanted to hold a double funeral, but I will not read services over a total stranger.
A stranger? My dear Aunt Abby, how can I believe you? There are 12 men down in the cellar, and you admitted to me you poisoned them.
Yes, I did, but you don't think I'd stoop to telling a fib? Martha!
a word with you.
Yeah. Yeah, words about all you'll have time for, because I've realized that you and your doctor friend are going to have to get out of here just as soon as possible.
I'm glad you've come to the conclusion that you and I can't live under the same roof together. But you've arrived at the wrong solution. Take your suitcase and get out.
Jonathan, you're beginning to bore me. You've played your one-night stand in Brooklyn, now move on!
My dear Mortimer, don't think that just because you've graduated from the back fence to the typewriter that you've grown up. I'm staying and you're leaving, and I mean now.
If you think I can be frightened, if you think there's anything I fear.
I've lived a strange life, Mortimer, but it's taught me one thing. Be afraid of nothing.
Martha, you just see what's in that window seat.
Now, Aunt Abby. Jonathan, let Aunt Martha see what's in the window seat. Aunt Abby, I owe you an apology. I have very good news for you. Jonathan is leaving. And he's taking Dr. Einstein and their cold companion with him. Now, Jonathan, you're my brother and you're a Brewster. And I'm giving you a chance, one chance, to get out of here and take the evidence with you. Now, you can't ask for more than that. All right. Well, in that case, I'll have to call the police.
Don't reach for that telephone. Are you still giving the orders after seeing what's happened, Mrs. Spinazzo?
Spinazzo? Oh, I knew he was a foreigner.
Remember that what happened to Mrs. Spinazzo can happen to you, too.
Oh.
Hello, Miss Tabby.
Oh, Officer O'Hara. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, I just saw your lights on. I thought there might be sickness in the house. Oh, got company. I'm sorry I disturbed you.
Oh, no, come right in.
Come in, Officer O'Hara. This is our nephew, Mortimer.
Nice to meet you.
And this is another nephew, Jonathan.
Nice to make your acquaintance. My, it must be nice having your nephews visiting you. Could have gone to stay with you for a bit.
Oh, I'm staying. My brother Jonathan was just leaving.
Oh, well, I've met you here before, haven't I?
I'm afraid not. Jonathan hasn't been home in years.
Your face looks familiar to me. Maybe I've seen a picture of you somewhere.
I don't think so.
Sorry.
Yeah, I heard, Jonathan. Your things are all packed anyways, aren't they?
Oh, well, you'll be wanting to say goodbye. Oh, we're running along.
What's the rush? We were going to have tea and coffee.
Oh, I forgot about the coffee.
And I'd better make some more sandwiches. I ought to know your appetite by this time, Officer O'Hara.
Well, don't bother. I'm due to ring in a few minutes.
Oh, well, you can have a cup of coffee with us. Sit down, will you?
Say, have you seen a photograph of your brother around here someplace? Mom,
I don't think so.
He certainly looks familiar to me.
He probably looks like somebody you'd see in the movies.
But I don't go to him. I hate him. My mother says movies aren't true art.
Oh, your mother said that, huh?
She was an actress. A stage actress, mind you. Perhaps you've heard of her. Hedy Latour.
Oh, well, it sounds like a name I've read on the program. What was she in?
Well, her big hit was Mutt and Jeff. Played for 3 years. My father was a stagehand. I got married in the 2nd season, and I was born on tour. The 3rd season.
Oh, you were?
Yep. Sioux City, Iowa. I was born in the dressing room at the end of the 2nd act, and Mother made the finale.
Ah, what a trooper. I'll bet there's a good story in your mother. You know I write about the theater.
You do? Say, you're not Mortimer Brewster, the dramatic critic.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, I certainly am glad to meet you. What? Say, Mr. Brewster, we're in the same line of business, you and I.
We are?
Yeah, I'm a playwright. Well, being on the police force, that's only temporary.
How long have you been on the force?
12 years. I've collected material for a play.
I'll bet it's a honey.
Well, it ought to be, with all the drama I see being a cop. Mr. Brewster, you've got no idea what goes on in Brooklyn.
I think I have.
Say,
have you got?
About 10 after 1.
Oh, I gotta ring in.
Oh, Officer O'Hara, you know, on that play of yours, I may be able to help you.
You would. Say, there's my fate walking in here tonight. Look, I'll tell you the plot.
Oh, Jonathan, you're going. Good. You haven't got much time, you know.
Well, everything's just about ready. Oh, you're leaving, Jonathan. Well, goodbye. Goodbye, Dr. Einstein. Oh, doesn't this case belong to you?
Yeah, Jonathan. Can't leave without taking everything with you. Well, Officer O'Hara, it was great meeting you. We'll get together sometime and talk about that play of yours, eh?
I ain't leaving now, Mr. Brewster.
Well, why not?
Well, you just offered to help me with the play, didn't you? You and me are gonna write the play together.
Oh, no, O'Hara, we couldn't do that. You know I'm not a creative writer.
Well, I'll do the creating. You just put the words to it. No, sir, Mr. Brewster. I ain't leaving this house till I tell you the plot.
In that case, Mortimer, we're on our way.
No, don't you try that. Now, you've got to take everything with you. Now, Officer O'Hara, how about you run along, yeah? My brother was just going.
I can wait. Been waiting 12 years.
But O'Hara,
Sorry I was so long.
don't bring that in here.
Oh,
Officer O'Hara, would you like to have a bite in the kitchen with us?
The kitchen.
Jonathan was just leaving.
Oh, well, that's nice. Come along, Officer O'Hara.
I do hope you don't mind eating in the kitchen, Officer O'Hara.
where else would you eat?
Well, goodbye, Jonathan. Nice to have seen you again.
Jonathan, I'm glad you came back to Brooklyn, because it gives me a chance to throw you out. And the first one out is your boyfriend, Mr. Spinalzo.
Look, Mr. Brewster, we can talk in here.
Oh, fine, I'll be in a minute.
I should have known you were to write a play with a policeman.
Get going now. All three of you.
Doctor, this affair with my brother has got to be settled.
Now, Johnny, your brother gets his chance to get away. What more could you ask?
You don't understand, Doctor. This goes back a good many years.
Now, Johnny, let's get going.
Doctor, you know when I've made up my mind.
Yeah, when you make up your mind, you lose your head. Brooklyn ain't a good place for you.
Doctor!
Okay, we stick together. Some days we get stuck together. But if we're going back here, do we have to take these with us?
No. Leave them here. Take them down to the cellar. Move fast. Mr. Spinelli will go out the same way he came in.
Hey, Chuck, you know that? Come quick.
What?
You know that hole in the cellar?
Yes.
We got an ace in the hole. Come on, I show you.
Jonathan! Jonathan!
Yes, Mortimer?
What are the two of you still doing here? I thought I told you to get.
We're not going.
But you're not, eh? You think I'm not serious? You want me to show O'Hara what's in the window seat?
If you show O'Hara what's in the window seat, I'll show them what's in the cellar.
The cellar?
There's an elderly gentleman down there who seems to be very dead.
Now, what were the two of you doing down in the cellar?
What's he doing down in the cellar?
No, thanks, ma'am. They were fine. I've had plenty.
Now he will tell O'Hara.
Stay, Mr. Brewster. You're not supposed to hear it too. Should I get them in here?
Oh, no, you can't do that now, O'Hara. You gotta ring in.
Well, never mind ringing in. I'll get your hands in here and I'll tell you the plot.
Oh, no, not here, O'Hara. You see, not in front of all these people. We'll get together alone sometime, someplace later.
How about the back room at Kelly's?
Yeah, that's fine.
Why don't you two go down into the cellar?
Oh, well, that's all right with me. Is this a cellar?
No. Now. We'll meet at the back room at Kelly's, but you've got to ring in on the way, all right?
That'll only take a couple of minutes.
Well, fine. I'll meet you there. I'm gonna ditch this guy and be back in 5 minutes, and I'll expect to find you both gone. Wait for me.